Live here for the final game of the day, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? Today on BKR Sport, we are here for the NRLW round number 2, the final game of today, which is the St. George Illawarra Dragons coming against the Parramatta Eels. Now, obviously, we've seen 2 games today. The Broncos taking down the Knights in that first game, 28-10. Decent game there for the Knights, but in the same sense, we're just taken down by, obviously, the good team, the best team in the competition, the Broncos. The last game we just saw, the Titans got their first ever win in the NRLW history over the Sydney Roosters there in a close one, but the Titans were still pretty clearly the better team there. They were still pretty clearly the better team. What was the final score there, actually? I can't remember. I think it was 26-16 or something like that. Yeah, 26-16, 10-point game there. Very good performance by them. But this one, it's going to be a close one. The Eels are the favourites, but I truly believe the Dragons should be... I give it a bit more credit here because the Dragons, although they weren't great last week, I truly think this is their home game. You know, everyone's playing at this stadium, but the Dragons, this is their home field in Wollongong. They've still got a pretty strong team lineup here, even though the Eels do. This is going to be a really good game between 2 teams that actually have some really good names on their paper. Let's go through the team lineups here, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, get around it. But their teams today for the Dragons, number 1, Emma Tonegado. Now, Emma Tonegado had a great game last week. She's from the Australian Sevens team. She was fantastic there, and she was fantastic last week, and she's going to have a good game here today as well. So definitely keep your eye out on the number 1 for the Dragons. On the wings there, they've got Tegan Berry and Madison Bartlett, 2 good wingers there. Paige McGregor and Keely Brown in the centres. Moving into the halves there, Talia Fuimaono, who is Tyrell Fuimaono's sister, in the 5'8", and in the 7 is Rachel Pearson. Moving as the forwards, Elsie Albert, fantastic player there in the front row with Aliti and Namode Sangano as the other front rower, and Quincy Dodd is the number 9 there. Moving on to the back row, Shaylee Bent, Holly Wheeler, and then the captain, Kelly Davis, in the lock position in the number 13. Interchange, Cody House, Tegan Dimmock, Janelle Williams, and Renee Target, with the reserve being Shelley Long. Moving on to the Parramatta Eels here. They've got a really good team, as I was saying before. Batil Veta-Walsh, she is the fullback for the New South Wales Blues, I believe. She's a great player, man. Taina Navidi and Rakaya Horn on the wings, 2 fast-paced wingers there, with Tiana Penatani and Josephine Daniels in the centres. Hopefully, Tiana Penatani's eye has fixed itself up after last week because she got a decent little black eye there. 5'8", Seriana Naitoka for the 5'8" position, with Maddie Studden as the halfback. Obviously, front rowers, Kenny Charrington and Tamaya Kelly-Sines. Number 9, Nita Maynard. Moving into the back row, Christian Pio and Jamie Ann Wright, with Semaima Taufa as the captain in the number 13. Very good lock there. On the interchange, Shirley Mailangi, Abby Church, Philomena Hanisi, and Ellie Johnson, with Jade Etherton as the replacement reserve there. So, look, going to be a tough game today here between both teams. Obviously, Kezzy Apps is a big out here for the Dragons. Talay Holmes and Jamie Chapman have also gone from last week. And Christine Pauly and Therese Ayton. Therese Ayton's a big out, but those 2 players have dropped from last week's game, I believe, due to injuries. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to tip the Dragons to win this game. I think they've got a bit more experience. I think that there's a bit more energy and excitement about the Eels, but I honestly think that the Dragons are going to have what it takes to take them down today. I think that last week wasn't great, but I just think the Dragons are going to be able to get it done here today. So, thumbs up, subscribe, let me know in the chat what your thoughts are and what your score prediction is for this game. Bonesy Boys is up the Titans, exactly right. Bing, bing, up the Titans. Jack's Vlog says, hello. Upnor Pick Up says, who are you taking to win this? I think the Dragons, to be honest with you, man. Copper says, Dragons should smash the Eels. I wouldn't say smash. The Eels, it's pouring down weather, rain too, so it's going to be a tough game here for either team with this weather. But look at all the Dragons fans there in the crowd. Like, they were playing at, where were they playing? Parramatta last week against the Eels. No, that was the Knights against the Eels. They were playing Parramatta against the Titans last week, the Dragons. No home game there, but this is a home game. They're going to have the crowd support, and there is a decent amount of people there, so good to see down there in Wollongong. Jack's Vlog says, it should be the opposite, actually, but how would we know? What are you talking about? It shouldn't be the opposite, actually. The Titans were $2.70 underdogs against the Roosters, who were $1.40, and look at how that game went. It's not how this works. I believe the Dragons can match it easily here with the Eels, and I think the Dragons, obviously, they won last week. The Eels won last week, only by 1 point against the Knights. And the Knights obviously didn't do too badly today against the Broncos, but in the same sense, the Broncos still were clearly the better team there. So, it's going to be interesting to see if the Eels, because that was their first game against an opponent who'd never played as well. But the Dragons have played for 3 years. They've been in the competition every year, made the grand final, I think, back in the first year, and then it's been the Roosters. Oh, no, it might be Roosters and then Dragons and then Roosters again. Jay says, go easy on Jack. He's about 10 years old. He's got a Knights logo. How do you know what he looks like? How do you know what he looks like? Dragons by 50. Get around the 50 bomb, bomb, bomb. We've never seen a 50 bomb in NRLW, so I doubt it. I doubt it will happen either though. But so we've never seen a 50 bomb in the old NRLW. Up North Pick says, why do the NRLW Warriors not playing this comp? Financial reasons and logistical reasons in regards to this year. But they usually are. They played the last 3 years. They played the last 3 years, so I think it's just logistical reasons and the financial aspect of it, considering they're not in New Zealand. But the Warriors will come back in at the end of this year, I believe, alongside the Cowboys coming in as their first year in the competition, unless it's the Sharks. But I would assume they'll go up to North Queensland before they go in and bring in another Sydney team. Because even though it's 3 Queensland teams, they're all very separated, you know. They've got the up top North Queensland, Brisbane kind of middle, and then Gold Coast further down. They're all different areas. Oh, that's a good kick there. Goes over the top of the Eels. The game has started here, guys. Bing, bong, let's get it. And the Eels are getting slapped here back to around the 10-metre line. Nate J said, I'm a bit torn who I think will win. I reckon it'll be close, I think. Aren't you a Dragons fan, Nate J? I think it's going to be a close game. Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the weather as well. The weather's really going to make this a difficult game to predict. A very difficult game to predict there. So Kennedy Charrington there with a decent little run there, about 20 metres out here from their own line. I want to see Tiana Penatani's eye to see if it's all right now. It was really bad. Rapid Fire T says, yeah, Jack is definitely okay. So left-hand side here for the Eels, and Charrington's going to get crunched down there on the tackle, 20 metres out. 4 tackle now, 40 seconds gone in the game. Don't forget, guys, the NRLW has 35-minute halves, not 40-minute halves. It's a 40-30 rule rather than a 40-20 rule. So it's only 30 metres you have to kick it rather than 40 metres you have to kick it. It's not a great kick there from the Eels, and the Dragons are getting this ball here 40 metres out from the line, from their own line. No. Don't encourage people to stalk you, man. It was just a moderator who just checked out your channel, dude. You know, don't encourage people to stalk you, my guy. So Dragons, now they're 45 metres out from their own line. Lockie's NRL edits, congrats on 15k. Appreciate you, dude. Second tackle now for the Dragons. Right-hand side, they're going to go. Gives it off here to the big Elsie. Elsie, what's her name? Oh, no, sorry, that's not Elsie, is it? Is that Elsie? No, I don't think it is. Elsie, what's her name again? Elsie Albert, that's the one. Nate says, yeah, I'm a Dragon, mate, but I think Eels are a good chance for no bias in this one. Well, the Eels are favourites. It's going to be a penalty here to the Dragons. It's going to be a penalty to the Dragons. I think the Dragons are going to have too much experience. I think the Eels have more excitement, but I think the Dragons are going to have the experience. The Roosters just don't have anything going for them this year. So the Dragons aren't going to kick this over the sideline. They're just going to tap it because that's what we see in the women's game. They don't kick it over the sideline because they don't get it. But, oh, she's a big bopper. Who is that? What number is she? I want to see what her name is. She is a big bopper, man. You don't want to be tackling her. 21 for the Dragons. 21 is Aliti Namode Sangano. Jeez, name seems Fijian there. That's why I said Namode. So right-hand side here for the Dragons. Here we go. Chansey for the Dragons. Chansey back on the inside. Jeez, Emma Tonagato. She tried to find a gap there. 10 metres out from the line. Third tackle now. 2 minutes and 10 seconds gone here. Dragons, left-hand side, putting on the pressure early, but that's a bad pass. And did she knock that ball on or no? No, she didn't knock the ball on. She didn't touch it. So Dragons here through Elsie Albert. 12 metres short. 4 tackle now. Jack Fox is honestly, I'm going to go for the Eels. Well, there you go, mate. Well, there you go. So they're going to go left-hand side now. They've got numbers, actually. They've got numbers here. If they get it out to the side, if they get it out, they didn't pass the ball, though. Pass the ball, dude. You actually had an easy try there if you got the pass out. But a bit selfish there, to be honest with you. Dragons now. Short side play. Fitz tackle. Didn't get the ball away. So it's going to be Eels ball here 2 metres out from their own line. But in the same sense, like, it's not a good spot there for the Eels. Alrighty, so Eels now 1 metre short. Jeez, they're going to get... Dragons are going to try and have to really push them back in goal here. They're going to be 4 metres out here from their own line, but Dragons could really try and focus on their defence in this one. Oh, don't worry about that one. Penalty to the Eels. Penalty to the Eels. I don't know what for, but it's a penalty to the Eels regardless. I'll read what she's reading. Says, let's go the Eels. Getting around the Eels there. So, penalty, and they will kick this one because they're so close, and they're going to get about 5 metres. See, that's all they need to do. They don't need to go for 30 to 40 metres with their kicks like the men's do. All they have to do is get an extra freebie 10 metres or so. You know, that's all that people want to see. No, 21 for the Saints is a beast, yeah. Namode Sangano is the number 21 there. So they're going to be 20 metres out from their own line here now, the Eels. Yeah, I think this is going to be the closest game of the 3. I think this will clearly be the closest game of the 3. But it definitely already looks like the Dragons are on top in regards to field position and in regards to the intensity, I guess. But that was decent defense there from the Eels. But the Dragons, they had to pass that ball out right earlier on. They actually would have scored a try. It was very easy. Up North Pick Hunter says, why would you go for the Eels if you're a Knights fan? Well, why would you go for the Dragons if you're a Knights fan? You know, I could say the same thing about the other team. Makes no sense. Eels and Knights, I wouldn't really class that as a rivalry. 4 tackle now. I get the grand final aspect, but I wouldn't really class that as a rivalry too much. So forward tackle now for the Eels. They're 45 metres out here. Sorry, fit tackle here. The count has been wrong all day. Whoever's in charge of doing that count on the screen has been wrong literally all day. So Dragons bring this one back now. Yeah, they've been so wrong. The last game, the Titans game, they didn't even restart it when the referee started it. They had fit tackle when it was still third tackle. Like, oh, Tonegado. She's looking good already, man. Told you, Tonegato's a really good player, man. She's going to be one of the best players in this NRLW. Oh, big run there. Oh, my goodness me. She is a big bopper. It's going to be a penalty here. It's Elsie Albert. Whoa. Oh, I tell you, you don't want to be tackling Elsie Albert. I'll wish his just get him out of there. So penalty to the Dragons, and the Eels looking, unfortunately, not great in regards to their discipline right now. Branson's question for you, when does rugby league season start? On Thursday. Thursday is when it starts. Panthers versus Manly. Panthers Manly, we will be streaming it. It's going to be a good one. Might even stream like half an hour early or something like that. Might even stream like half an hour early. We'll see how we go. 40 minutes, 45. I don't know. I'm just so excited. So Dragons, he has a bad play the ball, to be honest with you. Wow, didn't call it though. And, oh, high tackle there, you could argue. High tackle, but Dragons here, 30 metres out. They're going to go left-hand side. Oh, it's going to be a penalty, yeah. It's going to be a penalty here for, I think, not removing themselves from the ruck, though. 10th of March is when the NRL start. Like I said, Thursday. Jason Vlog says, well, actually, my pop goes to the Eels, so I can't let him down by going for going with the Dragons. Well, you know, you do you, man. Don't let anybody tell you can't do something. Jason, I thought Elsie was a beast, but 21 dwarf, so yeah. I'm thinking she's a big Fijian girl. Her name, Namothe Sangano, seems very Fijian. Well, Namothe does, but Sangano maybe not so much. But I'm assuming there. But left-hand side of the Dragons, they've got numbers here. Gives off to Tonegado. Jeez, good defense there from the Eels. Their defense has been pretty good so far in this game. Third tackle here with the Dragons. 5 metres out. Right-hand side, they're going to go here. Fakes the pass on the inside. Gives it off here then. Oh, good defense again from the Eels. The defense has been superb so far. Dragons just can't seem to break through. They've had a lot of attacking pressure. Number 11 here. 13, sorry. Oh, geez. 3 metres out. Defense, my goodness me. Right now, you just can't break through this Eels line. Fit tackle here. They're going to go short quickly, and not the right play. Maybe. No, not the right play. Held up. So 10 metres out, the Eels get the ball here. This is a really tough defensive for the Eels. The Dragons definitely look like the better team in regards to having the ball and attacking-wise, but it just seems like attack versus defense right now, and defense always usually wins. Up no pick under says Dragons get a sneaky little win. Well, I don't understand why they're not favourites. Cop says whole lot of nothing. I just think it's the Eels D. Oh, knock on for the Eels. Parramatta Squeals, knock on. That's a knock on. So the Dragons will get another attacking set of 6 here. 12 metres out of the line. Jeez, they're getting so much attacking possession here. They're getting so much attacking possession. 7 minutes gone here, guys. We're on 9 likes. Let's get that thumbs up button going. Smack the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Get it. 15 minutes out here, the Dragons can have a really good opportunity. But then again, they've had... to be honest with you, for the scrums, man, the scrums in this game in NRLW, it's actually quite easy to score a try for them. We've seen it with the Titans game. We saw it with the Broncos game. We saw it in all 3 games last week. Oh, maybe not the Eels-Knights game, but we saw it in the other 2 games as well last week. That pretty much tries off scrums are very common. That's not going to happen on this one, though, because that was really poor from the Dragons. So Dragons here, 15 minutes out. Also, I've noticed that the women try to offload the ball way more than the men do. Even if it's a bad offload, they still try their best to get the offload going there. Dragons here, 5 minutes short. She's still going here to Mother Sangano. Gee whiz. She's a big bopper, man. My goodness me. Left-hand side they go. Gets it off to Fui Maono. Tonegado. Knock on there from the Dragons. Tonegado, bad pass, man. Bad pass. 30-21 is not a score that will happen here, Brandon. So that's going to be another knock on here for the Dragons. Jeez, they actually had massive numbers outright. Like, the Dragons should have scored a couple of times here, but they've made the wrong decision multiple times already. They have massive numbers outright, but instead they go out to it. Well, to be fair, Tonegado was trying to get that ball over the top, but you can't blame the inside centre there for unfortunately getting in the way there with her head. All right, so Eels here, 10 minutes out here from their own line with the scrum. Justin Sutherland says, without getting too political, what's the rule with transgenders playing NRLW? I had to think about that before I respond. Oh, another knock on from the Eels. Oh, dude, no way, bro. Wow, Eels. Another knock on, man. The Dragons going to get another set of 6 here. Tiana Penatani drops the ball there, and the Dragons get another set of 6. I have no idea, Justin, and I'm not going to pretend to know, so I'm not going to even kind of dabble in understanding transgenderism in Australian sport, let alone Women's Rugby League. I don't even know what it is in regards to Australian sport as a kind of collective, rather than just the individuality of NRLW. So yeah, I'm not even gonna go into that. I'll read what she's reading. Says the passing game is not on point. The Dragons are attacking decently, but the Eels, you would go short side. Yeah. Good play. Tonegado crunching the tackle. Nearly knocked that ball on. Tiana Penatani there with a huge tackle. Gee whiz, that's a huge tackle. Left-hand side now, the big number 12 over the Dragons. That is Shaylee Bent, taking down 4 metres short here. I'll read what she's reading. Says, what's with these dumb passes? I just can't believe the Eels keep dropping the ball on first tackle. Left-hand side now. Oh, geez. It goes backwards to the Dragons. They're lucky they didn't get knocked on as well. Elsie Albert here. She's going to be 5 metres. Dude, her quads are ridiculous. That's a strip. Oh, wow. Close. It was close for a strip. Right-hand side, they're going to go here. Pushing. 2 metres short. This Eels defence is legit. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. It's a try for the Dragons. Oh, no. I can't even deal with this. Oh, no way, Eels. They knocked the ball on again, lads. And the Dragons are going to screw a try for that one. The Dragons are going to screw a try. I can't believe what I just witnessed there. I can't believe what I just witnessed. I dead set. I can't believe what I just witnessed there. That is mad. She goes to the intercept. She drops the Dragons screw a try. Brother. Deary me, Eels. They just keep dropping the ball. Ringleberger says Eels do love a good knock on, even the men's team. By the way, I love these wireless headset. I love this wireless headset, man. So good. I don't have to focus. I don't have to sit so close the whole time. I can stand up. I can walk around. I can sit back and get a drink. It's so easy. So much better. Because I move around a lot. I'm very fidgety. By the way, that was a terrible pass from the Dragons. That should have been picked off for a try, really. That should have been picked off for a try. I'll read what she's reading, and it's multiple people too. It's everyone. Everyone's shopping it for the Eels. Everyone is shopping for the Eels. Not just one player. Everyone. Multiple. So 4-0 here to the Dragons with the kick to come here. 11 minutes gone. Dragons have been the better team, but they haven't been absolutely unbelievable. They haven't been fantastic. But they've definitely been the only team to attack. And, good kick. Off the post and in. So, conversion there for the Dragons. It looked a lot better there. It looked like it was curling in, but it kind of just like stayed its track and hit the post, but it went in. So, I don't know why I did this. It went that way. Not that way. Went that way. Shush. Thank you. Bye. Up on pick 100 says 2016 the Dragons. Dude, how are the Eels going to score 16 points if they can't even get the ball? Well, they get the ball, then they knock it on. How are the Eels going to score 16 points? To score 16 points, to score 8 points, it means you have to have the ball in your hand and put it down without dropping it. Eels don't know how to do that right now. They don't know how to do this right now. So 12 minutes gone. It's going to be Dragons receiving this one. This has been a poor... But then again, it is raining. To be fair, it is raining, but the Dragons aren't dropping it as much. And this is what you're going to notice. It's people sometimes say, it's raining, so... it's a good kick. That's going to be Eels' ball. So they're going to get an opportunity now. That's good. That's good. They will get the opportunity now, the Eels. They will get the opportunity now. Can they do something? Because that's a really good kick. And the wind is really going to be impactful in today's game too, to be fair. I think that's Matty Studden who kicked that. Yeah, you couldn't do too much about that. It's not even too much on the Dragons there. That was just a really good kick there from Matty Studden. William Hunt says Elsie Albert is GOAT. She's very good, man. Very good in regards to her big, strong runs. But there's some really big boppers in this league. I'd honestly argue the women in this league are honestly probably just as big as the men. Honestly, Junior Paulo and Namothi Sangano honestly could be similar size. I'm not going to lie to you. First tackle here for the Eels. They're about 15 metres out here from the Dragons line. Their first chance in this game. Let's see if they knock it on or if they can hold it. They've knocked the ball on about 100 times in this game, so let's see if they can actually... This will be their first attack. How are the Dragons on the defensive end here today? Third or fourth tackle here, I'm not too sure. Third or fourth tackle, Elsie Albert with fourth tackle here for the Eels. They're 5 metres short. Get it back here to Matty Studden. Studden here, right-hand side. Underneath there for Penatani. 2 metres short. 2 metres short. Slapped down there. 3 metres short now. Fit tackle. That wasn't Penatani, by the way. That was Giuseppe Daniels. And fit tackle taken down. So Dragons get the ball here 2 metres out from their own line. AJ Manatissa says, hey, bro. Hello, mate. So we're asking Grammar only 6 teams in the women's division. Yeah, so this competition only started up in 2018. Broncos have won all 3 years. 2018, 2019, 2020, yeah, and this is the 2021 season. At the end of this year, you'll see the 2022 season because we didn't have a season last year. So we've got two women's comps this year, plus the Rugby League World Cup, plus also the men's, obviously. But yeah, it's a brand new competition. Before this year, it was only 4 teams. It was the Broncos, the Roosters, the Dragons, and the Warriors. The Warriors have been, unfortunately, they're not playing in this competition this year because of financial and logistical reasons. But they'll be back in at the end of the year, and the Cowboys are going to come back in. They're going to come in, sorry. So right now, you have the Dragons. You have the they're a team that we're in from the start. The Broncos, who've won every year, obviously. You've got the who's the other team? The Roosters, who have been in since the start, have made the grand final twice, but not won it. And then the 3 teams added in this year are the Eels, the Knights, and the Titans. And then, like I said, at the end of this year, I believe it's the Cowboys coming in, and the Warriors. Oh, is that in the full? No, wow, it's stadium bounce. It's stadium bounce there. Well done. Well done. It's a good kick, actually. If that stays in bounds there and doesn't go out in the full, that's a good kick. I think she thought it went out of bounds in the full. Yeah, she was walking back. I think she thought it went out of bounds in the full, but the touchy here. Oh, that's a wrong call from the touchy, man. That's the wrong call from the touchy if she hasn't called that out of bounds in the full, because that is definitely out of bounds in the full. Wow, wrong call from the touchy there. I think, unless I'm skitzing it, that definitely looked like it was out of bounds by about this much. I think that they're not showing us the highlight there, but honestly, if someone can go back and see that, I guarantee you that went out of bounds in the full. There you go. So left-hand side here for the Eels. They're going to be taken down here 35 metres out here from their own line. And it's going to be Tiana Penatani here. She'll be taken down. Second tackle here. Left-hand side, they're going to go. The Eels are doing pretty decent in regards to their attack. That's nearly a knock. Ooh, didn't call the knock on there. Yeah, on the full, absolutely, Nate Jake. I agree. It was on the full. It was clearly. I thought it went past the line. I thought it was like this far past the line. I think that was a really bad call. So 4 tackle here, but then again, we saw a very bad call in that Titans game too. That was 4 tackle, they're going to kick it, and Emma Tonegata is going to easily grab that one. She's just going to bring this one straight back here to about 25 metres out. Dragons doing fine defense. Number 6 there, Seriana Doga is a bit high, but cool. Good. Second tackle, 30 metres out. No, that was silly. What? I'll read what she's written. Says, don't just hold on to it, girls. Are you an Eels fan? Because if you are, I'm so sorry. Because they just keep dropping it. Third time. Well, at least they had a complete set on the line, but it was just not a great set. Actually, it wasn't too bad of a set on the line, but the Dragons were better. So at the halfway point here, 4 tackle now, half a metre out. Yeah, I agree, AJ. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was maybe not half a metre, but like a decent part. Good defense there from the Eels to read that one from Tonegata coming on the inside. Fifth tackle here. They go right-hand side. Dragons put that ball not even up, just a really weird kick, and the Eels will easily take that. That was a terrible kick. And the number 2 here for the Eels is going to get crunched down here 15 metres out. That was on the line. Absolutely. I didn't take 20 years at the bunker. Mate, I told you, and I didn't even look at the footage afterwards. I haven't even seen the footage afterwards, and I'm telling you that was out. Jimmy James was on the line at best, definitely out in the full. Absolutely. At best. Exactly right, Jimmy James. On the line at best. So third tackle now. And I'm not granted the viewing that you guys are going back and have a look at it. I'm watching the live game right now. You guys have been able to go back and have a look at it. All right. So 4 tackle now at the halfway point. Right-hand side to get on to Maddie Studden. Studden here. She's giving it a good crack. Knock on from the Parramatta Squeals. Parramatta Eels with a knock on. AJ Manatis said we beat the Titans vs Tigers game. You Titans are on the left side for you there, so I'm assuming are you saying Titans Tigers at Seabus or Titans Tigers at wherever at Campbelltown or Leichhardt? Because if you're saying, I don't know, I'll be at the Titans home game. I'll be at every Titans home game this year. I'm back on the coast now. I'm here on the Gold Coast. I'm in an Airbnb right now, but I'm permanently back on the Gold Coast now. The away game, don't know yet. Don't know. Maybe. Shot Warner. Oh, you're watching the cricket too, are you? So Dragons here, left-hand side. They've got the scrum for the halfway point. Dragons have been the better team. Gee, she's attractive. I'll read what she's written. Says that pass was a little high. Yeah, it was a bad pass. So left-hand side here, Dragons, Emma Tonegata. She's been so good, man. She's honestly, I think she's going to be the best player in the competition. I think she's going to be the best fullback. I think Tamika Upton's unbelievable, but I think Emma Tonegata, from what I've seen from her in the Australian Sevens, obviously you guys know me, I love my Sevens, but what I've known from Emma Tonegata over the years, she has the potential to be the best player in the game, and she's been very good last week, and she's very good here today as well. So here we go, the Dragons here. They're going to be 5 metres out from the line, 4 tackle. Can the Dragons score? Here they go. So close, 3 metres short here. Nate J says, here we go. Come on, Saints, strong run. So what are you talking about, AJ? Are you talking about the away game or the home game? Left-hand side for the Dragons. Big chance. No. 2 meters short. Oh, try, I think. No, not try. Sorry, 1 meter short. Literally half a meter short. Fit tackle now for the Dragons. They spread out to the left-hand side. Oh, back on the inside here. Oh, that's a knock-on. Jeez. Was that a knock-on for the Eels? No, it is a knock-on Dragons. Yeah, that was really poor from the Dragons, to be fair. That was really poor from the Dragons. They had a pretty easy try. Oh, no, it's going to be called knock-on here against the Eels. No, it's a knock-on against the Dragons. Why is Fui Maoni holding this for the Dragons? Oh, it's a penalty here for the Dragons. No, it's the Eels. Why was she holding that? I don't know. Your home game. Yeah, I'll be at every home game. I'll be at every home game this year, man. Going to bring the front line, the official Gold Coast Titans Supporters Club. Official Supporters Club of Gold Coast Titans, the front line. We're going to bring it back to its glory days, baby. It's gone downhill a little bit recently, and we're going to really bring it right back and get some pumping atmosphere at Seabus Super Stadium. So second tackle here with the Eels, 15 minutes out from their own line. They really need to hold on to this ball and just get through their set. That's all they need to do. Just get through the set. It doesn't really matter about kind of the try at the moment. Oh, they're away here. They're away. Tiana Penatani, she's away. She's at the 40. She's at the 30. Oh, pass the ball. You had Venny Walsh out to the left-hand side. Didn't pass it, though. So forward tackle now for the Eels. That's a great run from Penatani, but should have passed it. Knock on. Oh, she's going to take backwards. Cool. Eels have numbers and won't get the offload away. They had the numbers. They've got to learn to pass this ball to the Eels. I know they've knocked the ball on a few times, but if they pass the ball there, they had like a 5-on-2, 5-on-1, 5-on-2 kind of deal. Eels right-hand side, short side. Knock on there from the Eels. Oh, it's definitely coming back here. It's a double knock on here, lads. It's a double knock on here, lads. I don't know why you're still running. You clearly knocked that ball on, lady. This is embarrassing that she ran that ball. She knew that she knocked that ball on, clearly. Like, why? Jasmine says they need you on the drums again. We'll see. We'll see, man. I'll read what she's read and says, hasn't this ref officiated men's games too? Yes, she does, I think. So Eels here, try to go, right, is this a knock-off on the Eels first, though? Yeah, it's a knock-off on the Eels first. So Dragons will get the ball. I have no idea why this Dragons winger, what's her name? Number 5, Madison Bartlett. No idea why she wasted so much energy there. Because she is very well aware. She's very well aware that she knocked that ball on. So she just wasted a ton of energy running that. That's clearly knock on from the Eels. So 6-0 to the Dragons. 20 minutes gone, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, get around it. David Rossberger says, bro, it is storming like crazy outside where I live. Well, on the Gold Coast, it's about to start raining, but it's been pretty good today. And the last couple of days since I've been here, it's been really, really nice. William Hunt says, are there more line breaks in WNRL compared to the NRL? No, I wouldn't say so, no. So, late tackle from... Oh, so it's penalty to the Eels, is it? Oh, okay. What? Okay, penalty to the Eels here. Apparently there was a late tackle. Didn't see it myself, but they called it. So there you go. So left-hand side here now for the Eels. There's actually space here on the wing. Oh, she's lucky she held on to that one. Good work for the Eels to hold on to it. They're 8 minutes out here. It's second tackle for the Eels. They're down by 6. They've been done... they haven't been bad, but they've been good defensively. Nothing really on the attack, and right now they're not really providing too much on the attack too. Dragons defensively are pretty decent too. Oh, she's been crunched in that tackle there by the Dragons players too. Very good. Very good. Nate Jason's got to give it A for an effort. Yeah, but the thing is, even if she scores a try, the bunker will interrupt regardless if the referee said no, knock on or whatnot. Venny Walsh here taking out 5 minutes out. She hasn't been able to get into this game too much. Would have scored a try, though, before Penatani had a found on the left-hand wing, but she didn't pass it. So left-hand side here for the Eels. 10 metres out here. The big number 13. Taken down. 4 metres short. 5th tackle. Who's the 13 here for the Eels? So I remember. Simone Matalfa, the captain, knock on. Oh, God, go backwards, they're going to say. Backwards, they're going to say. And... I don't think she played at that, so it's going to be Dragons ball. Wow, that's tight. It's a cool game. It's a fun game here. First tackle, 75 mile per hour wins. David, mate, that's surfing weather right there. 75 mile per hour wins. Mate, get on your surfboard to get out of there. Oh, that's a one-on-one strip there, but it's going to be Eels ball, unless they're going to say knock on here from who? What are they saying here? Knock on Dragons or knock on Eels? Surely it's a knock on Dragons, if anything. Yeah, I think it is. But why is it knock on from the Eels? Why they don't just play it on? So the Dragons here, steps back on the inside, and it gets taken down there. But if this is a knock-on from the Dragons, the Eels should just be able to play the ball on there. But if it's not a knock-on from the Dragons, then... what are they calling here? Why is this not play on? Are they saying this is a knock-on from the Eels? Oh, it is a knock-on from the Eels. How, though? I guess I must be stupid. I must be stupid. I could be stupid. I might be brain fading this. Yeah, forgive me. Sometimes I brain fade. I must be brain fading this. Because usually that's just called a... Oh, that's gone backwards. Dragons still get it. 13 minutes out from their own line. Jimmy Dancy's strip. Yeah, strip, but I'm not... Anyway, I'm not sure. It's confusing. Aspect says it's on KO. Yeah, this will be on KO. It's also on Channel 9, man. It's also on free-to-wear. All 3 games have been on free-to-wear today. And also, all 3 games are on Fox as well. So, yeah. Power knock-on propelled forward, I think. Yeah, it was a kind of... Like, it's like... I've seen that called strip many times, but I understand too. I know what you're saying. I'm having a bit of a brain fade, I reckon. Sometimes I can tell if I'm having a brain fade or not. For some reason, my brain can't comprehend what's happened, but I guarantee you it probably was right. Knock on for the Dragons, though. Jeez. That's a bad knock on there. So 23 minutes gone here, guys. 12 minutes to go here of the first half. Dragons only lead 6-0. Eels will get the ball here in a good attacking position. Dragons haven't had much attacking position of late because they keep dropping the ball in their own half. Jimmy Jones says, yep, shoot, call. No, I think I'm brain fading it. I think it's probably the right call because it was a strip, but in the same sense, like it was a loose carry too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bit of 50-50. I'm not upset with either call, to be fair. I wouldn't be upset with either of the calls there. It just comes down to perspective. Oh, jeez, they're unlucky there, the Eels, not be able to get that ball out quick enough. Third tackle now, Tiana Penatani taken down. 25 metres out, right-hand side. Kennedy Charrington here with the ball. She's going to get crunched in the tackle. Good run, but crunched in the tackle. 20 metres out, fourth tackle now. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with either call. Left-hand side now, gives it off to Maddie Sutton. Sutton here, gives it out to the wing here, and she's going to cut back on the inside. Nice little step. She'll get taken down 4 metres short here. Who's the winger there, number 5? It is Rakea Horn. She used to beat the Dragons last year, I believe. Right-hand side here, pretty decent winger there. Oh, that's going to be, I don't even know if that's played at, but either way, I think it's going to be a fresh set of 60 for the Eels, because I think she won't have the balls to call that not played at. She's not going to have the balls to call that not played at. Yeah, she's not going to have the balls to call it not played at. Even if it was or was not, she won't have the balls to call it not played at. So first tackle here for the Eels. And should we now second tackle, 32 metres out. This is a fun game. I'm actually really liking this game. The last Titans-Roosters game was fun. It was a good game. Really enjoyable. And this one's pretty enjoyable too. You know, Eels have made a lot of mistakes. Ah! Big hit, man. Third tackle. Big hit, man. Third tackle. 25 minutes gone here. Eels out to the right-hand side to the big number 17. She's got a good chug on there with that run. Who's the 17 here with the Eels? It is Philomena Hanisi. Right-hand side here. They give it off to the 5A. Oh, she's lucky that number 4 didn't knock that ball on there, Josephine Daniels. Yeah, it is Josephine Daniels. By the way, if you guys don't know, I look at the names there because I'm still trying to get used to all the players in this league. So forgive me for always looking down there. Easy catch there. So 20 metres, 7 tackle set, reset. 20 metre, 7 tackle set for the Dragons. Take a quick tap here. They're offside. She wasn't though, so that's a good tackle there. 30 metres out. All right. This is impressive, this game. This is impressive, especially... Oh, Tamagato nearly got through there. Good last-ditch tackle there by the Eels player. What's her name? She's 20 there for the Eels. It is Shelley Long. No. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong side. Number 20 is Ellie Johnston. Dragons are making some good meters here. Ellie Johnston there. Good last-ditch tackle. Nate says, this is a rough and gritty game. Good stuff. Yeah, I think the Dragons have been better, but the Eels' defense has been... It's literally been the Dragons' attack versus the Eels' defense, and the Eels' defense has definitely been coming up trumps, but it is still 6-0 to the Dragons. The Dragons' defense has been good too, and the Eels' attack. The Eels' attack hasn't been fantastic. But, oh, look at this run from Elsie Albert. Man, it's going to get the offload away too. That's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal offload there. And number 13 there is going to be Holly Wheeler. Why have they got number 13 in the second row? Like, you've got her starting in the second row. Why has she got the number 13? Like, come on, man. Just give her the number 12. Like, really, it shouldn't be that hard. Right-hand side here, 11 or 12. Who gives a shit? So, Dragons now, 5th tackle. They're going to be 10 metres out. Here they go. Desmond says, what a unit, number 20 on the Eels. Yeah, Ellie Johnson. I know, she's a unit. Left-hand side here. She's an apartment complex. Oh, should be... Oh, it's good work here by the Eels to get this one out. That's actually really nice there. Who's the number 2 there for the Eels? That was really nice to get out of... Taina Naividi. Tosoviti. I can tell right there. Tosoviti. Rakea Horn slapped down to that tackle. So second tackle here, 12 metres out. That's a penalty, surely, to the Eels. Wow, they haven't called as a penalty to the Eels? That's going to be a penalty to the Eels, though. That's stupid there from Elsie Albert. Now, they're going to take a quick tap here, Maddie Sutton. I don't know why you're not allowed to take a quick tap there. Why not? She's actually prior to the mark. There shouldn't be a problem if you're going prior to the mark there. She said you have to take the tap on the mark Hello, I'm giving myself a disadvantage of 3 meters here. Why do I have to come forward 3 meters to take it on the mark there? I'm not disadvantaging the other team. I'm disadvantaging my team, but I'm trying to gain an advantage from a quick tap there. I'm not too sure why you'll get taken back for that. It doesn't make sense to me. Second tackle here for the Eels. Left-hand side, they're going to go Kennedy Charrington up the guts. Third tackle now at the halfway point. Charrington hasn't really been able to get into this game too much today. And it's going to be, I think that's Josephi Daniels taken down. Knock on. That's a knock on there. Oh, knock on against the Eels. Close to a penalty for a high tackle. But that's what they were all looking at. I didn't know what they were going to call. They will call knock on there against the Eels and the Dragons. These Dragons. They will get the ball. Nah, that's just a knock on. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just a knock on there. The Eels don't know how. The Eels are playing like the Titans did last week. The Titans had good defense, but kept knocking the ball on. That's exactly how the Eels are playing right now. So 28 minutes gone here, guys. 6-0 to the Dragons. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be smacking out all the women's games this year. As many women's games as we can. Plus, obviously, the men's, as you guys know. But we will be smacking out the women's. So if you love the women's too, you can't not love the women, you know? I love a bit of women. You love a bit of women. Oh, first tackle, kick for Emma Tonegado. She's going to be through here. She's going to be through. If that bounces, the bounce wasn't good enough. Oh, bro, that's so unlucky there for the Dragons. I think that was actually Tegan Berry. No, it was Emma Tonegado and Tegan Berry there. I think it was Emma who kicked the ball through, but that was actually really nice. Emma gets the ball. She kicks this one with a little dink. It actually is perfect. They should really utilize this all day today. That's good. She's got some speed on Rakaya Horn there. So Rakaya Horn is the winger for the Eels, and Tegan Berry just outpaced the absolute shit out of her. So I would be utilising that battle for the Dragons all day today. 29 minutes gone, Eels with the ball, and they're going to go to the left-hand side. That was so unlucky. That was an easy Dragons try if the ball just bounced the right way. Second tackle now. Jeez, fun game. Really good game. This game is just as good as the men's, man. It's not as high scoring, but it's just as good as the men's. And she's injured herself here. I'm not too sure who it is, but she's injured herself here for the Eels. I think she's winded, or maybe she's got hit across the eye, unfortunately. Number 17 here. It's a bit of a head clash there. Elsie Albert too. You don't want to be head clashing Albert. You don't want to be head clashing Elsie Albert. It's Philomena Hanisi. Elsie Albert is a very strong Papua New Guinean girl, and you definitely don't want to be going head to head with her. It's not, anything bad. It's just how it is. It just is how it is, man. So what happens in the games. Dragons guy NRL says, how are you? I'm going, mate. I am going. That's the main thing. Played 2 Origin matches for New South Wales Blues in 2020 and 21. AJ says, good call, BKR. That wing kick can be deadly. Absolutely. Utilise that all day. Rakaya got slaughtered there. Rakaya Horn got slaughtered down that wing. Get Tegan Berry, kick a ball through it. And that's what they knew. They knew that. They wouldn't have done that if they didn't know that was an option. By the way, if you want to think about this game, it actually kind of is 0-0 right now. I know it's 6-0. I know the score says 6-0, but realistically, this game is 0-0. And the reason I say that is because the try for the Dragons came off a little grubber kick that was... a big pass that should have been picked off for a try for the Eels. But instead, it was dropped by the Eels, and the Dragons actually picked it up and easy just walked over for the try. So realistically, it actually came off an Eels mistake. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be thinking the Dragons have looked unbelievable based on what we've seen so far, because realistically you could look at this game as a 0-0, but just the technicality of it being 6-0 to the Dragons based on the mistake from the Eels. So right-hand side here, Kenny Charrington, that's a good run. That's a good couple of runs too. She got slapped in the last tackle, but they've really monstered her today, but that was a good run by her. So fifth tackle now for the Eels. They're inside the 40, gets it back to Maddie Sutton, and Sutton, that's out the full. That's a terrible kick. No, it will stay in, but it's still a terrible kick. But it was, it's not a good kick. It's not a good kick, that one. But it will go out around 10 minutes out. So 30 minutes gone, you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, get around it. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. That's a good defensive game. Yeah, it's a very good defensive game. Very good game. Just a good game. You don't need, and this is what I say to you guys all the time, you don't need tries. I actually don't necessarily like just try, because it means the defense is terrible. I prefer a good defense, but I prefer a great attack, but I prefer a good defensive versus a good attacking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to see... I hate 34-30 kind of games. And the Titans play a lot of those, which pisses me right off. But I hate those kind of games because there's just too many points scored. It's just like, defend, please. Like, do something, please, defensively. It shows that you're good with your attack, but it shows you're also bad with your defense. So I would much prefer a 12-10 kind of game, 16-14 kind of game. Maybe not a 6-0 game. It's a bit too low scoring, but this one has been a brilliant first half. Really enjoyable first half in the women's. Probably the best women's game I've seen throughout the history of what I've watched anyway. I haven't really cared too much before this year, but probably the best game I've seen so far. And it's only been the first half, so there's still a long way to go here. So fit tackle now, 40 metres out. I'm going to go left-hand side here. Little dink over the top. Not a dink. It's going to be a big kick, actually. If it bounces right, and that's actually a good kick. So it's going to be 7 metres out here from the line for the Eels. But that's a good kick there for the Dragons. Puts them right back into their into their line, which is good. Aspects is what happened to Kezia Apps. She's injured, I believe. She's injured. She's not playing today. She's injured. That's a big exclusion there. So Eels will tap this one here we'll roll the ball 10 metres out from their own line. Moas Bastards Blaze, you know what? The king of spin died on his biggest bunny, Daryl Cullinan birthday. What a tragic loss for the whole world. I know, man. I know. It was the Australian version of Kobe Bryant, you know. It was a tough one to deal with. But, yeah, we've spoken about it in depth. We'll probably speak about it tomorrow on the cricket stream. I'll do a cricket stream tomorrow. You know, it's very unfortunate for Australia and the world, yeah. But, you know, it's what life throws up to us sometimes, man. We just got to deal with those tough ones. Season opener double header. Oh, Titans Eels play next week in the double header before the Titans versus Eels game in the opening round for the NRL. That's awesome. That's good stuff. So Titans Eels game for the women's game next week will be before the Titans Eels at Combank. That's good. I love that. And then the week after at Seabus. Oh, the bounce there, not good for the Eels, and they're gonna get crunched here. Yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna take it down here. They're gonna lose meters there. That's not good. So the Titans versus the Eels will play at Combank before the main game of the men's game. And then the following week, the Titans are going to play the Broncos before the main game of the Titans Warriors. So that's really good, man. I love that. That's good. In my opinion, the best scores in footy are 12, 13, 16, and 18. 19 as well. I would agree with you, but also 19. 12, 13, 16, and 18, and 19 are the 5 best scores. I would agree with you. Moas Bass says, where's all the real Muppet Man United fans? I need them to beat Man City. I already slaughtered Man United in the last stream. we had my boy Manasseh came out of the woodwork to defend his team, but he regretted it immediately. But no, it was good on him for defending his team. It takes balls to go at me on a stream and say and to try and get me on the back foot. But I know my football, my sport, so it's very difficult to. Oh, knock on there from the Dragons. Knock on there from the Dragons. So it does take balls to try and work away, especially when I'm the one speaking and you've only got the typing. But yeah, Man United fans don't really come out on this channel because they know I'll slap them up. But yeah, to agree with the aspects, 12, 13, 16, 18, and 19. Anything else is a bit much. Yeah. Anything else? Like if you win by a big margin and concede, if you score heaps and concede a little, then I'm very happy because obviously that means that you were very good. But if you win 35-34 like the Roosters did against the Titans last year, or 25-24 like the Roosters did against the Titans last year, it just shows that you've got no defense. Cool, you've got attack, but you're not going to win shit because your defense isn't going to be as good as the Panthers or the Storm or even Manly. Manly's defense wasn't great either, to be fair. So yeah, it was. I don't think that's a high tackle. They complain about high tackle there. They're going to call high tackle. Disagree. So a minute to go here, the first half, but the Eels are going to get a penalty here from 35 minutes out. They might kick this one. I think they might kick this one. Sutton is going to kick it. Yeah. Oh, no, she's not. She's going to tap it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Can they score just before half time? I think this probably deserves to go in at 6-6. It probably does. Right-hand side here for the Eels, Kennedy Sherrington. Big run there. She gets it within the 15. That was a huge run there. Second tackle now for the Eels. They've got 40 seconds here to try and score before half time. Gets it off here. Maddie Sutton. Sutton steps on the inside. Oh, nearly got a gap. But Elsie Albert comes in underneath and just absolutely cruise controls her. Gee whiz. Cruise control into the... Oh, bro, no, you didn't. No, you didn't kick that. They're lucky. It wasn't play that. So it'll be still 4 tackle here for the Eels. 20 seconds to go. You don't know why she kicked that on third. And, oh, no. Oh, bro. No, Eels. No. I feel bad for the fans. So Simaima Taufa will knock that ball on there. The captain for the Eels on the lock. She knocks the ball on, and that's going to save the Dragons bacon. No, bro. You finally get a good opportunity, bro. Aspects is Dragons 16, Eels 12. I can't see that happening, man. I can't see that many points in this game. I can see the Dragons getting 16, even though the Eels' defense has been solid, but I can't see the Eels scoring 12. But that's going to be half-time here, guys. 6-0. Fantastic first half. To look at the two teams, the Dragons, Emma Tonegado has been the best by far again. Tegan Berry, they're not utilising her as much as they should. She's outpacing Rakea Horn absolutely with her speed. on that wing. So Jamie Soward, the coach, really should be looking down that right side wing to really push it, because Tegan Berry absolutely slaughtered Rakea Horn with that pace. So any good coach will notice that and force them to go down that side a lot more. Madison Bartlett, nothing too much out between Paige McGregor, Keely Brown, and Madison Bartlett, but overall, defensively, they've been fine. But then again, are you looking too much at the defense so far? Because the Eels are just knocking the ball on every single time they touch it. Talia Fuimaono has been okay. Rachel Pearson, not too much there. Elsie Albert, fantastic as always. Fantastic there. Who else has been good? Maybe not so much. The forwards have been pretty solid. They've been okay for the Dragons. They've been okay. For the Eels, Veda Walsh hasn't been able to get into the game. Would have had a try if Tiana Penatani had found her on the left-hand side, but didn't give her the ball. It could have been Rakea Horn. I think it might have been Veda Walsh, actually. One of the two. Didn't pass the ball. But Veda Walsh hasn't been able to get into the game. Navidi's been okay. Penatani's been pretty good. She's been one of the better for the Eels so far. Same with Josephie Daniels. She's not been too bad. Defensively, the back line's been pretty solid. Rakea Horn hasn't really had too much down her direction, but did get outpaced by Tegan Berry before. Nai Tokotoka, not too much. Given a crack, though. Maddie Sutton's been very good. She's been the best Eels player. Kenny Charrington hasn't really been able to get into this game too much. He's doing well, though, defensively, and also getting some good runs, but she's getting locked down pretty solidly by the forwards there. Anybody else? Talfa, not so much. And Philomena Hanisi gave it a good crack, but she got injured, I think. And Ellie Johnston gave it a good crack, but they're also at the bench, so they can't really get too much going there. But guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know your thoughts going into the second half. Does make sense she did a junior polo. Oh, yeah, jeez, that was bad. Nate J says, the only good thing to come out of Manchester is Tyson Fury, and he's a gypsy. You shut your dirty, dirty, dirty mouth. Faraz Alam says, Moas have just jumped on, and you better not be mocking Shane Warne's death. No, I don't think he was. No. He said, what a tragic loss for the whole world. He's not. No. He would have been timed out if he was mocking it. He knows better than that. Moas is a troll, but he's a good troll. You know, he's talking shit. He knows how bad the Shane Warne situation, you know, and how much it affects Australia. So, yeah, he understands, man. He would have been timed out by Dad's mate or myself if he had gone that one step too far. Moa says, this rule's about touching the head, then it's a red card. It's ridiculous. For goodness sake, it's a contact sport. Don't tell me league got the same rules. No, so it's not a red card in rugby league. No, it's just a high tackle. It's a penalty. It depends on the severity of it. If it's just like they come over the top in a bad high tackle, it's literally nothing. It's just a penalty. That's it. If you've deliberately gone in there with, actually there is no. There is actually sent off. Sorry. If you come in there with deliberate intent to just dangerous tackle. What's it called? If you're coming in with a deliberate attempt at a bad tackle over the top, or it's dangerous, then yeah, you'll get sin bin for 10 minutes. That's it. You won't get sent off. The only time you get sent off in rugby league is if you punch. That's really it. If you punch, or you are just a simple piece of shit. Really, you have to be a significant piece of shit to get sent off in rugby league. You need to do a lot. You can't just get sent off for no reason. You have to do quite a lot to get sent off in this game. So. Is this the same audio? Are you listening through this still, or are you listening through down there? I don't know. Can you tell me if you're still hearing the same kind of audio right now? Because it sounded like it was about to turn off. I don't know. Aspect says, Eels fans probably think they can win the comp since they beat the Panthers. When? What? Eels beat the Panthers? Oh, last year. Oh, a bit different. The last year's a bit different, but in the same sense, Eels have had this really massive change of trajectory from the fans recently. It's been really strange. Like, a lot of the fans were saying that they had no chance. A lot of fans were saying they had no chance of even making the 8 at the end of last year, and now it's changed around, and everyone's saying, oh, there's a chance they can win the comp. So, come on, man. Through the heads. Oh, so you can hear it through here. Okay, good. Sorry, I keep hearing noises. It must be saying it's dying. Hopefully it gets through the next 40 minutes and it stays all right. Otherwise, I will have to just use this one. Otherwise, I'll just use this. But that means I got to sit close up, which is unfortunate in a trial game. Oh, in the trial game. Oh, true. Yeah, I couldn't care less about that. Couldn't care less about that in the trial. You're 36-0, cool. You know, congratulations. You won a trial. Fantastic. Well done. But don't talk to me about it, because it's individual performances you're looking at trial. You're not looking at you're not looking at anything to do with the actual result. You're not looking at anything there. In regards to the result, who gets the ball here? So the second half. I'd like to see the Dragons win this game, to be fair. I would. I don't really care. I don't think the Eels necessarily deserve to win this game. I think, if anything, right now, the Dragons deserve to win it. But it's not been anything kind of special. It's not been anything kind of special from either team in regards to their attack. Dragons have thrown a little bit, but it's been a very good defensive game for both these teams. I'm surprised how many free-to-wear rugby league shows there are nowadays on Channel 9. There's one with Gus Gould and Paul Gallen. There was another one before that I was seeing. They've got all these rugby league shows come up on free-to-wear. I think they're trying to rival what the footy show used to have, but just not as... The footy show got cancelled because of so many reasons, but it should really come back now. It's been enough time now that you could really bring it back, and as long as they did it the right way and didn't have Erin Molan, and that's not me having to go at Erin Molan. I think that she got used as a scapegoat, even though she had her problems. Erin Molan absolutely had her problems, but she also got absolutely slaughtered as a scapegoat for the failure of that show. There was no way that she should ever have been one of the hosts, even the host of that show, and that's where it really went down. Whoever made that decision was an idiot, Whoever made that decision, we all know they were just moronic, because that was always going to be downhill. So, unfortunately, that was not necessarily all her fault. But if they did the same kind of footy show with less games and less crazy fun and whatnot, some games, some fun, but most of the time just pretty much the entire time talking about footy, people will get right back behind it. But unfortunately, it just got too much fun and not enough actual footy talk. I remember towards the end of the footy show, they used to probably speak about footy for literally 10 minutes. There was one, I remember when they would get all the way to the, it was a 2-3 hour show, but for the first hour and a half, 2 hours, they would briefly, for maybe a minute or two, bring up what's going to happen this week, and then they'd do it segments to whatnot, games for whatnot for 2 hours, hour and a half, and the final 30 minutes would be them bringing up the game to come and talking about it for 2 minutes each, and then they'd go back to another game before the end of the show. It used to be full on. It used to be full on how much ridiculousness it was on it. But it was good at first, but unfortunately, it just died. A lot of the young kids won't even know that. A lot of the young kids out there. When was the footy show cancelled? Aspect says Man City 2, Man United 0. Would love to see it. Moa says that the real score, or you have that? That game doesn't start until 3:30 in the morning for me. That's 12 hours away. Actually, I want to have a look. I want to know what time I have to be up for. Let's see what time I have to be up for, man. Jeez, I can't... Did Lakers win that game with LeBron? Oh, they did too. 56 points, 10 rebounds. Jeez, what a game by LeBron. My goodness me. What time does that start tomorrow? It'll be 3:30 in the morning or something like that. Something ridiculous. Something ridiculous. Oh, why is there an alert on my screen? 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, so still 11 hours to go until that game starts. Crazy New Zealand says, I used to watch the footy show a few years ago. I didn't know they cancelled it. Yeah, they cancelled it because Fatty left and Sterlo left. There was no, what's it called? Fatty left, Sterlo left. I think Chief left too. Bo Ryan was a main host, which should never happen. He was always a good side host, with his little show and whatnot. Bo knows. He never should have been a host. Same with Erin Molan. I think, who was the other host? It was just really random at the end. It was just stupid in the end. But yeah, when it was Sterlo, Fatty, Chief, who else? Who else was there back then? The big man. The big man was there. Daz, mate, the footy show greatest hits 1994-2002 might be the greatest movie ever. I think the footy show was great until... I can't even remember when it stopped. Can someone tell me when the footy show got cancelled? I think it might have been 2014, 15, maybe? Yeah, the show's nothing without the OGs. I want to find out. I want to Google it. I want to find out who was the main host. I can't remember. The main host of the footy show. This is the main host of NRL footy show, because there is an AFL one. I think they're still going, the AFL footy show, but you don't really get it in Australia, in Queensland. Ryan Girdler, Brad Fittler, Darryl Broman. No, that's just saying who was co-hosting as well. 2018, true. Paul Vaughton. Yeah, 2018 was the last one, because that was Paul Vaughton, Fatty Vaughton was the host from 1994 to 2017, and then Erin Molan 2018, and it's just 1 year. That's it. Darryl Broman. Brad Fittler was never really a main host. They've got starring Ryan Girdler, Brad Fittler, Darryl Broman, and Bo Ryan. That's not the guys you should be really looking at there. That's not really presenters. Here we go. Brian Fletcher. He was a good one, obviously. Remember, he was a sports bet update guy. I remember I first started seeing him on TV. Obviously, we knew him from his days in the game, but I remember just seeing him as the sports bet guy. 9th of May 2019. Oh, there you go. Joel Kane also. Matty Johns, obviously. Chief was 2001, 2008. Matty Johns and Chief are there. Vossi was there for quite some time too. Peter Sterling, 1994 to 2006. Blocker Roach, geez, thank God he left. Ray Hadley, small amount. Mario. Buddy, the Falcon. They were the days, man. They were the days of rugby league, dude. Like, it was so much better back then, but whatever, man. So much better back then, but it is what it is. And you got to move and groove. It's all right. It'll be all right again when the Titans win the comp this year, and then everything will be back to normal. All faith will be resumed. All faith will resume in the game. Mo says, all City fans oil all money, basically the same as Russian money of Chelsea, no proper history. Eventually the money will dry up. I'm not even going to bother responding to it because it's very easy to respond to that. Who do you support, by the way, Moss? Who do you support? You're obviously a United fan. You're obviously not a Chelsea fan. So I'm going to assume you're a Liverpool fan. And I want you to tell me, who are your owners? I want you to tell me who your owners are. Once you tell me who your owners are, I'm going to ask you another question, if you're ballsy enough. I'm assuming you're a Liverpool fan. So let's see how game you are, Moas. Let's see how much you know about your team. Let's see how much you know. If you're a Liverpool fan, let's see how much you know about your team. If you're still ballsy enough to talk about, no proper history regarding money and probably transactions that go on behind the closed doors. So Eels here are going to be kicking off to the Dragons. The second half's about to start here. It's raining. It's a hard one to see what's going on. So hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. But the Dragons will start off with the ball here. Geez, if you have any kind of lead in this game like the Dragons do, that's a good one because this suits the defense. It suits the defense, and I wouldn't want to be relying on scoring in this game. Not at all. No, ma'am. No, sir. Panthers since 2003. Since Fletch and Hindy on Fox Sports was good as well. Yeah, I never really got to watch. Fletch and Hindy's still going, isn't it? Or did they get rid of it? I didn't really watch TV, so I never really kind of got into it. But I saw the YouTube one. That's very funny, and also very knowledgeable. Matty John's obviously one of the best to do it. But here we go, Dragons here at the halfway point. Oh, good offload, very good offload. Be careful of offloads in this weather, though. Number 6 here, Fuimaono. Nearly called her Tyrell Fuimaono. It's Talia Fuimaono. She'll get the ball inside the attacking 40 here. Talking down says, Brace, who hosts... Oh, Brace. Oh, yeah, Brace, who hosts Friday Night Footy, hosted the footy show for a while. I don't think he hosted it. Fatty Vorton was always the host, but he would have been a co-host for a little bit. Oh, here we go. Dragons here, they got numbers. Oh, it's still fit tackle. Whoa, bro, pass the ball, dude. Pass the ball, dude. So it's going to be fit tackle 20 minutes out. May John show was all right. Yeah, I don't really watch. Oh, you Muppet man, Parramatta Eels. Knocked the ball on, literally on first tackle. Actually, honestly, on zero tackle nearly. So zero tackle here with the Dragons. They're 15 minutes out. Bro, how do you drop that ball there? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. How poor. How poor. Jeez, Eels, man, their ball handling skills has been worse than the Titans from last week. Jeez. Aspect says... Anyway, let's get this back to rugby league. Even if my West responds, I can't bother. It's very easy to get... if he's a Liverpool fan, he shouldn't be talking about no oil money with the history of his owners. So Dragons still going here. No, they're going to say tackled. So second tackle here. 5 metres out here from the line. They roll this ball back. Left-hand side. They got numbers galore. Bro, this defense on the Eels, woeful. Pass the ball. What are they doing, the Dragons? Pass the ball. They had literally a 6 on no one. They had a 6 on no one out on the left-hand side, but they didn't get the ball out fast enough. Now they're going to offload it. They're going to go right-hand side here. Nearly drop the ball. Kicks it through. Oh, I think it's going to be a dropout. I think it's going to be a dropout here from the Eels, so the Dragons will get the ball here. But, jeez, the Dragons threw away an easy try there. Really easy try. My goodness me. Kicks that one through. That's fine. And I don't think she gets there. I think it's been knocked away here with the Eels. It is, yeah. She's lucky she got to that, actually. She's lucky she got to that. But the Dragons get this ball here 45 minutes out. That's the first dropout I've actually seen today out of all 3 games. I don't even remember seeing a single dropout in the other games either. Unless there could have been, but I just can't remember. First tackle here with the Dragons. 25 metres out. Left-hand side, they're going to go. Here they go. Fuimaono. Oh, take it down inside the 10 metres here. 8 metres out. Here come the Dragons. They score a try here. Very, very difficult for the Eels to come back from in this weather. Yeah, number 13 here for the Dragons. Big bopper. Oh, she's offloaded the ball backwards. Terrible offload. Don't do that. Gee whiz, don't ever do that again. Number 17 here. She's going to... Oh, she's still going here. Still going. Don't offload it. Don't offload it. God, these women need to learn not to offload the ball every single time. Third tackle here. Oh, no. She's lost the ball. Dude, honestly, no. I'd take her off. Who is that for the Dragons? I'd take her off. She tried to offload the ball in an absolutely terrible... Oh, man, I'd take her off. Number 17. What's her name? That really grinds my gears. Janelle Williams. You know, she's been fine in the game. But then again, has she actually played for... I don't know, but that was terrible. That was terrible there. That was really frustrating to watch for the Dragons. She went to try and offload the ball when there was no offload available. Easily could have been a knock-on from that one. Then gets tackled. She's getting back up. Doesn't even think about what she's doing. Knocks the ball, just loses the ball. Terrible, man. Man, that's frustrating for the Dragons. They're only 3 meters out there. This is pouring down rain, though. To be fair, you got to understand that the weather is bad, but... always says, yeah, we get it. You're a Liverpool fan. I know. I could easily get back at you, but I'm going to keep it rugby league related because obviously we're watching the rugby league right now. But yeah, I wouldn't be standing on no high horse in regards to where money comes from for Manchester City. So Eels here, 10 metres out of the line. Oh, their own line, that is, by the way. First tackle. Jeez, this weather is just horrific. I would be surprised with a lot more knock-ons in this game and drop ball in this game. Bloody brain stab. Yeah, absolutely, Nate Joe. Absolutely. All right, so Eels here. I also don't think Moas realises that Roman Abramovich is also not the owner of the Chelsea Football Club right now. Third tackle here for the Eels, 20 metres out, which tells me everything I need to know. That's a terrible play here from Parramatta. 15 metres short here of their own line. Well, out of their own line, not short. Oh, my God. Elsie Albert is crunching. Oh, look at her go. She's an absolute barnstormer on front row, man. Honestly, if you're a rugby league team, you do. Oh, they're going to call knock on here against Parramatta. Elsie Albert. That's fantastic. That is fantastic play there by Elsie Albert. 40 minutes gone here, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. 30 minutes to go in this game. That is absolutely fantastic defense there from Elsie Albert. In this weather suits her, though. This weather suits her. She is just a big bopper who is just so solid, and that tackle was really nice. That tackle is really nice there. So that was 2 tackles in a row. Elsie's a beast. Elsie's absolutely a beast, man. Elsie's an absolute beast. Elsie's probably the best front row in the game. I think in regards to a lot of aspects. This weather really suits her, but I think that Elsie is one of the best front rowers in the game, if not the best front row in the game. Nate J says, and she gets really unfairly criticised because of aspects that don't involve rugby league, which is really bullshit. And anyone who does that is an absolute dickhead. Because honestly, you look at her game, man, she's absolutely phenomenal player. How big is Elsie? She's bloody strong, man. Big Papua New Guinean, man. Big Papua New Guinean. Left-hand side here, Tonagato. Here they go. Gives it off. Steps on the inside. It's number 4 is Paige McGregor. Good run. Still going here. She's about 12 metres out even the Eels line. Here they go. Can they get something here? Oh, that's a penalty. That's going to be a set restart. But they haven't caught any set restarts all day today. It's like the rule doesn't even exist. Dragons here, 10 metres short. If the Dragons can get even a 2-pointer out of this, honestly, they've probably won the game. Because this does not look like there's going to be any points. And, they've got numbers galore again! Pass the ball, easy try! Bro! Pass the ball! Dude! They've honestly had no one defending on that right edge for the Eels multiple times. It's an easy try if they're quick enough, but they're not quick enough. Too many players. Don't get it. Pass the ball, bro. See, now the Eels have defended out that right edge. They've got numbers out there. God, it's not that hard to pass the ball quicker. Sorry, they're going to pass the ball now. It's gone backwards. No, that's a knock on there. Bro, it really is. It's brain fade. It's brain fade ability. Look how open that right edge is from the Eels. There is no defending out there. You get that ball out way quicker and you're going to score a try. They had 2... That was a full pass. Knock on, whatever. Man, frustrating. Not even a Dragons fan. I just want to see a good game, and it is a good game, but it's frustrating to see when they should have scored a try there again. That's 3 times in today's game. 3. Shouldn't happen once, let alone 3 times. So Eels the ball here, just outside their own 10-metre line, but are they going to be able to hold the ball? Because they've dropped it a lot of times today. Eels get that ball in here from the scrum, go left-hand side. You just need to hold on for a set. You don't need to score a try. You just need to hold on for a set here and get a bit of consistency about your game. Just the simple shit, man. All day on the left-hand side. Exactly right, Nacho. All day, man. So open. Second tackle now for the Eels. They're 30 metres out here from their own line. They go right-hand side up the guts. Big run there. Big run there by, I think that's the number 13, is it? I think that's number 13. No, actually, yeah, it is number 13 there, which is Simoma Taufa. Right-hand side here. Oh, no, Vidi needs to pass that ball there. No, sorry, it was Naitoka needs to pass the ball there again. To be fair, you've got to remember, it is in wet weather conditions as well, so they are nervous at passing. Oh, no, they've knocked the ball on, have they? Oh, they dropped it backwards. They're lucky, the Eels. Oh, she's going to offload the ball in a really stupid position there. She's very lucky that that wasn't dropped by Kennedy Charrington. She should thank Charrington after that game for not dropping that ball, because that would have made her look like a muppet. Left-hand side here with the Eels. They're going to kick this one away, and oh, it's going to be charged down here. It's going to be charged down. Dragons might be able to get this, and no, they knocked the ball on. So it will be Eels ball here. 42 metres out here from their own line. They just play it on. Kennedy Charrington jumps on top of the wall there. But that's, yeah, this game is going to be knock-on galore now. This weather is horrific. Oh, huge hit there by, what's her name? Lauren something? No, Ellie Johnson. Not Lauren. Ellie Johnson. Gee, she's a bopper, man. She is a bopper, man. Oh, here we go. This is a good offload chance here. Didn't offload it, though. That was finally a really good opportunity, but they didn't offload that ball. And it's going to be a penalty here to the Eels. They're going to take a quick tap here. Quick tap, quick tap, quick tap. Honestly, that's going to be... Oh, there's a sin bin there. She actually was offside. She was actually offside when she made that tackle, but the referee was going to call it, but didn't call it in the end. Oh, huge hit there. Second tackle here with the Eels. They're 15 metres out. It's their best opportunity. Really good opportunity here. They go out to the right side, but they need to score close to the post. I can't see anyone getting a kick here. Most guys would miss the kick in these conditions right now from really even close, to be honest with you, man. It's a very difficult kick in these conditions. Left-hand side here, the number 13. Eels, very close. 2 metres short now, 4 tackle. 2 metres short, 4 tackle here. Big bopper. Ah, it's a huge hit. She's absolutely would have been offside there. There's no way that she wasn't offside there for the Dragons. That's a phenomenal tackle if she was onside, but I don't believe she was. Oh, it's going to be a drop ball. That's going to go backwards, they're going to say, and now she's going to get tackled there. And, oh, no, she got to offload the ball. Charrington here. She's going. She's going to get taken on the sideline. Oh, she gets taken down on fifth tackle anyway. That was good. This is a great game. Got to commend the good games, lads. I know there's a lot of people who talk shit about the women's game, but you got to commend the great games, and this is a absolutely fantastic game right now. This is a fantastic game to watch. Fantastic game to watch. All right, so the Dragons are going to have to come out of their own side of the field here. It's such an advantage to be on the opposite side of the field in this game right now. Like, I know it sounds obvious. It really does. It sounds obvious, but it is such a huge advantage to be on the opposite end in these conditions, man. Women or blokes, this is top notch. Absolutely. This is a great game. Honestly, you're missing out if you're not watching this. If you say to me, oh, it's the women, I don't care, I'm not watching it, you're missing out on this game. Horrific conditions, gritty, good defense. Attack's not terrible. Yes, there's drop balls, and yes, there's brain fades, but we see that in the men's too. Is this as good as the men's? Absolutely not. But this has only been 3-4 years in the making. Knock on, you would argue. That's a knock on there. Yep, they're going to call knock on against the Dragons. Elsie Albert drops that ball. So Eels will get the ball here. Another attacking opportunity here. Another attacking opportunity. Nate J says this is like Corey knockout footy. Is that Indigenous? Corey? I think that's Indigenous, isn't it? Not sure. Jeez, look at this weather. Jeez, I tell you what, this Ellie Johnson, I think it is again, she's been good. Ellie Johnson's been good, the number 20 there on the bench. She's been very good in this game. Very solid. She's a big bubba. You'd hope for her to be solid with the size that she's got. So Eels here, left-hand side, 40 metres out. Maddie Studden here, gone for a couple of Stepperunos, which will get taken down and pushed back to about 33 metres out here. This is another big opportunity for the Eels. They're getting so many good opportunities here, but they just can't seem to get past the Dragons' defense, which has been good in this game. Charrington taken down. Oh, that's going to be a penalty nearly. You would argue penalty. No, they're not going to call anything. They're just going to say, play it on, buddy. They're going to have numbers here, the Eels, if they want it, but they're not going to pass it. Oh, and knock on. The Dragons will get the ball back here. Well, 47 minutes gone here. There is 23 minutes. It's funny how you having to try and figure out the math for a 70-minute game, even though it should be really obvious, but it's not. It's not, especially when you're streaming it. It's really not as... Oh, jeez, huge hit there with number 14. What's her name? Number 14, Shirley Mailangi. Whoa, big hit there. Oh, Dragon's still going into the attacking half here. Nate says, I tell you what, Blaze, you'll love the knockout, mate. Yeah, probably would, man. I don't have the time, but I probably would, dude. I probably would. I've got too many other sports. I've got every. Oh, that's a penalty, surely. No penalty? Yeah, that's a penalty. They're not going to call penalty here. They're going to just tell it to go back on the mark. Elsie Albert, look at her quads, man. Shit. Right-hand side here for the Dragons. They're 35 metres out here in a very advantageous position to really knuckle down and put the Eels into their own little 10-metre line here. This defence game is really good, Aspect says. Yeah, it is. So here we go. The Dragons put that ball up. Oh, that's a big kick. That's a tough kick in these conditions too. And it's going to bounce here for the Dragons. They're going to have space here. Get the ball away. It's fit tackle, man. Oh, that's good defence of the Eels to lock it down. She needed, as soon as she got that ball, any smart thinking, well, it's very difficult in these conditions, but any smart person there would have immediately thrown the ball away. Immediately, because you knew you were going to get slapped. But then now this is, oh, she's lost the ball. She's lost the ball. And it's going to be, whose ball? Eels Dragons? It's a knock on maybe. I know it's Eels ball. I don't know. Shit. First tackle here for the Eels, 15 metres out. You can tell with me, by the way, you watch my streams enough, you can tell when I'm enjoying a game and when I'm thinking a game is shit. Because when I'm enjoying a game and thinking the game's great, I'm actually commentating the actual game. But when the game is kind of shit and it's just not really doing too much, then that's when we start speaking about random things on this chat whenever someone asks us a question about anything. But with games like this, man, oh, that could be a knock on here. Oh, she's been crunched at the 40 metres and they're going to get slapped down 35 metres down. They lose another 5 metres there from that bad pass. So fit tackle over the Eels. The best bet is to kick this one up high. Don't do a grub or anything like that. And yeah, you leave it. Let that bounce, baby. Let that shit bounce. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So they're going to bring this one back here now. Dragons to the 20, to the 30. She's away here. Oh, she nearly got away. And she'll be 35 metres out. Got to hold that ball to save your life. Hold on to that ball for your life. Was that a knock on? Oh, it looked like it was going to be. No. 49 minutes gone. There's still 20 minutes remaining here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. They're 38 metres from their own line. Second tackle now. Arguably a penalty there for the Eels, against the Eels, sorry, but they're not going to call it. Dragons cut back on the inside. They're not making a great deal of meters here, but they're the ones up 6-0. They don't need to do a great deal in this game. I told you, this game could easily finish 6-0 in these weather conditions, and you don't... Oh, Namadi Sangano! Namadi Sangano with a huge run. Tosso. My goodness me. Gee whiz. Big bopper. Big bopper season penalty to the Dragons too. Namadi Sangano for the Dragons. She just gets an absolute steamroll going there, and she's going to get a penalty from that as well. So if I this shit, I don't kick. No, they're not going to kick this. Okay, well they got 10 meters. I'll take it, or 7 meters. They'll take the 10 meters they get from that, but I don't know in this rain if that was the call I would be making. I've been complaining all day about them not taking the tap, so them taking the tap and not kicking it, but. Big call in this weather conditions that it doesn't slip off the side of your boot or whatnot. But here we go. Dragons score here. Can't necessarily see the Eels coming back in this one here. Here they go. Gives it up to Nangano. What's the name again? Sorry. Namadi Sangano. I nearly said Nangano Samode. So Dragons now 15 metres out. Left hand right. They go right-hand side here. Back right with the guts. Gets off to the 12. And she's going to get taken down here 5 metres out. Number 12 is Shaylee Bent. 4 metres short now. It's going to be second tackle here for the Dragons. Great opportunity here for them to really lock this game down. They look for Namode. Oh, they got numbers here. They got numbers here again on the left-hand wing. And they pass it over to the wing. Oh, she's lost the ball. It's a difficult catch. If she catches that, it's an easy try. I think she was thinking about the try already happening. She didn't get it. Drops the ball there. And it will be the Eels who get it 10 metres out from their own line. Geez, they got the numbers again. That right side defense is just in tatters in this game. She should have passed that ball to the number 19. The number 19 there, which is Keel Brown with the Dragons. She would have been in there for all money. She would have had an easy try there if he had the short pass rather than the big pass because they'd already come out to the right-hand side. Desmate says, a try coming up. Yep, well, you are drunkarino. You are all over the shop. Great game of Bati. Great game of Bati. Bati, Fiji, Bati. The Fiji and Bati aren't playing today, mate. So 20 metres out here for their own line. Third tackle now. Jeez, this isn't even my team. I've already seen my team win today. This is just unreal to watch. Because honestly, the Eels can still. I don't think the Eels can win this game from here. I'm going to make a ballsy prediction here and say I don't think the Eels can win this game from here, but they absolutely can draw it. But it'll take a big effort like that. That one mistake of a try could really haunt them. That one knock-on from the Eels could really haunt them in this game. Makesh says something. Can someone please translate that? That's not my language. I do not speak that language. The Dragons now get to the 35 metres out, 40 metres out now. Runs it right back there. Huge run back. And she'll get taken down there. What was her name again? Keel Brown, or I can't remember. Can't remember. Lockie says hello again. Hello, mate. You're in for a good one here. Right-hand side. Dragons now get inside the 50. Haven't seen... Oh, good run there. That was Keel Brown there. No, it wasn't. That was Paige McGregor. I was just trying to test you. You see? I knew it. I was just testing you. You know what I'm saying? Number 12 here, Shadley Bent. She'll get inside the 40 now. 17 minutes to go here. Jeez, what a game. What a game. Left-hand side now. Let's see who gets tied here in these conditions. But no, Namadi Sangana with a huge run again. Gets it inside the 30. It's 4 tackle here. I just can't see Eels coming back if the Dragons get a try here. Gets back on the inside there, number 14. Should be 13 metres out. The weather is still just absolutely torrential right now. They've got left-hand side again. This right-side defence of the Eels is just not fantastic. It just really isn't. They're going to go left-hand side. It's a one-on-one bad pass by Fuimaono. Talia Fuimaono. She had an easy try there for Madison Bartlett. Well, Madison Bartlett loves to catch the ball in these conditions, but shit, that was close, man. That was close. She gets that ball with her hands and she catches it. It's a one-on-one, and it would have probably been a try, well, depending on the one-on-one situation. But the Eels now will get the ball here, 15 metres out from their own line. Long way to go. A full 80 metres now to go to get a try. And they still have to kick it too, mind you. They have to kick it. They have to get it close. It's going to be a penalty here for offside against the Dragons. The Eels will really love that. And I would advise tapping this. I would advise tapping it in these conditions. Namadi Sangana. Oh, is that going to go out? Yeah, it does go out. Good kick. Good kick. All right, 54 minutes gone. There's 16 minutes left here of the game. 16 minutes left here of the game. Don't knock the ball on. You finally... This is what I said about the really significant advantage about having the ball in the opponent's 50 is because the Dragons have had the ball in the Eels' 50 for a good 5 to 8 minutes or so, which is really soaking up a great deal of time. Knock on from the Eels, and the Dragons are away here. The Dragons can step around. Oh, she's taking out the 40, but that's another knock on. You can't hate on her for it, though, because look at this weather. Look at this weather. As says that this might finish 6-0 with a lot of time left. Yeah, well, you've kindly come to the same conclusion that I came to about maybe 44 minutes ago, Daz, mate. But you got there in the end, you know. You got there in the end. That's the main thing. As long as you get there, and you got there, Daz. You did get there. Well done, Daz, mate. That's a gold star for you. Bing bong, right there. Fist bump. I'm going to do it to myself. Second tackle now. Left-hand side they go. They've got numbers here. Oh, Fuimaono gets taken down 28 metres out. Nate Jason, I'll tell you what, number 21 for the Saints can get it. Number 21 for the Saints, you're talking about Namadi Sangana. She's been very good today. So, 4th tackled here. Judd Costa says, thoughts on Fortnite. My thoughts on Fortnite is the Dragons are up 6-0 right now with 15 minutes to go. Number 13, she's got it here for the Dragons. Gives off to Namadi Sangana. Here she goes. Oh, crunch down, though. The Eels' good defense there on the big girl. She's still going here. Honestly, take it back. That's definitely a tackle. Yeah, she's actually off the mark again, to be fair. They didn't call her back, but it doesn't really matter in these conditions. Oh! Try time for the Dragons! I don't know. Did she get it down or did she lose the ball? I don't know. This could be a try. I don't know. This is going to be a big call here. I think they're going to call no try. This is very close. Have they called it? They're going to check this. They're going to check. This could be a try time here. You did get there, Daz. You did get there. They're going to say no try. I think that's probably the right call here. But if this is a try, I would nearly argue game over. Jeez, look at these conditions, dude. This is horrific conditions. So much fun to play in, though, if you're a player. That's a great tackle last second by Maddie Studden. Nah, knock on. She doesn't get there. And that is the fullback, Batil Vetti Welsh. Has not been able to get into this game too much today, but that defensive play there saved an easy try. Saved an easy try there for the Dragons. Well, not an easy try, but saved the try there for the Dragons. Vetti Welsh, you got to really appreciate Maddie Studden there for a tackle earlier on, but then Vetti Welsh there comes in underneath and stops the ball from going down. So, yeah, very good. Yeah, you can actually hear the rain. Yeah, the rain is incredibly solid. No, Jason, I think she fumbled it. Yeah. She didn't fumble it based on just losing the control. She fumbled it because Vetti Welsh comes in. So it's not even really her fumble. It's more of Vetti Welsh forced that ball out of her hands. Don't know why she's not on the 10-metre line here. The whole point is that, yeah, she's gone back. I was going to say, what do you think? You get a 12-metre restart from a knock-on in the in goal? Oh, go on, man. So 15 metres out here from their own line. Can someone please Google the rules of NRLW to tell me if there's extra time? Gosh, huge hit there by Namadi Sangana and the number 13 as well, who is Holly Wheeler. It really is confusing me. Dragons, please give her the number 12 jersey. If she's a back rower and Keely Davis is the number 13, why is Keely Davis wearing a number 9 and she's the lock? Why is Kelly Davis wearing the number 9 on the back? Some other, oh my God. See, some other. Oh, she's still going in. She's still going in number 13 for the Eels. She gets the other way. The Eels are away. The Eels are away at the 40. Oh, taken down last second there by the Dragons. They're 35 metres out even the line, the Eels. Jeez, they've fallen off. It just comes down to the stamina in this game. They've actually got numbers here, the Eels, but they didn't pass it. They're going to get crunched down the tackle 20 metres out from the line. And now, if I'm the Eels here, I kick this ball as high as I possibly can. I kick this ball as high as no, I would not be grubbering it. The Dragons are going to easily get a catch there. That's stupid. Dragons are away now. The Dragons are away. Tonegado. Geez, she nearly got away, but she got taken down 20 metres out. What a game this is. What a game this is. A penalty to the Dragons. No, Eels, you had such a good position. The Eels keep getting into good position, and they're not doing what the Dragons are doing. When the Dragons are inside the attacking 50, the Eels are getting put under a lot of pressure and not getting out of the 50. The Eels finally get out of the 50 3 times in the last maybe 15 minutes. Every single time they make a mistake or give away a penalty, which then gives the ball back to the Dragons in a great position, which then forces the Dragons to really put pressure on them in their own half, and then they struggle to get out of their own half, the Eels. So right now, the game is absolutely in favour of the Dragons by a decent margin because the Eels keep gifting them stupid penalties, which put them back inside their own defensive half. Tasman says, surely there's extra time. You'd assume so. You would, but in the same sense, like with reserve grade and whatnot, you don't usually see it. But this is, I guess, the professional competition for the women, so you would assume. Second tackle now at the halfway point here for the Dragons. I think they do deserve to win this game, though. They do. It's a war of attrition here, but they do deserve to win this game. The Dragons have been the better team. They've been the more well-rounded. They've been the more experienced. They've had the ball more times. The Eels have been great defensively. So have the Dragons. You know, I do believe the Dragons deserve to win this game. But, you know, the Eels would feel unlucky to lose it. I think a draw would be happy. The Eels deserve a draw. They don't deserve necessarily a win. The Dragons deserve a win. You'd be okay with a draw. Left-hand side here. Left-hand side here. The Dragons back on the inside. I'd go down because otherwise there might be an obstruction back there. Yeah, okay, fit tackle here. They might go back for the obstruction because technically she did go behind her. Not that it happened. Ryan Zagas is still 6-0. Geez, it's a fantastic game, Ryan. You've missed out on a fantastic, unbelievable game here. Honestly, I think this is the best women's game I've actually witnessed in the women's game history. If that bounces, it's going to be a drop. Oh, they're going to be away here, the Eels. They're going to be away down the sideline unless she gets taken over. Oh, Tiana Benatani drops the ball. Oh, no way, bro. Oh, if she doesn't drop the ball there, she was away. She obviously got the fist. Bro. Look at this. There's a great kick there from the Dragons, but the Eels pick it up inside their goal. Tiana Pantani gets out to the left-hand side. She's actually away there, man. She's away there. But she, unfortunately, as she goes to palm off the number 4 there for the Dragons, which is Paige McGregor, she just loses her handle there, unfortunately. Ryan and Zaga says, well, Australia 56-0, so we're doing decent. Yeah, I know, but this is like... this is an unbelievable game right now, man. I'm super impressed with what I'm watching. Dasmate says she's gone. I know. The old Dasmate getting too out of himself. But if the Dragons score here, I'm calling game. I'm calling game. If they score here, Tonegado goes out to the right-hand side. Tonegado, taking down 5 metres short here. If they score here, the Dragons, I'm calling game with 10 minutes to go. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Left-hand side, the Dragons now. They're going to be 4 metres short. Gee whiz. Tiger Rose has no power. Come on. A penalty here, the Dragons. They should take the 2. They should take the 2 here, the Dragons. They're right in front. Make it 8-0. I think that's game. I think that's game. Take the 2 here, Dragons. Take the 2. Who's that trainer? He looks familiar. He looked like Adam McDougall for a second there. I don't think it is, though. They will take the 2 here. I think that's game. I think that's game. With 10 minutes to go, Dragons soak up about a minute here with this kick. And then they're going to kick it through and make it 8-0. And they're going to get the ball back here. As long as they don't drop the ball off the kickoff, I would let it bounce. As long as it's not going to the sideline, I'd let this ball bounce at the kickoff regardless. Because there's no way you're catching it. Most guys will struggle to catch it. Before anyone says, oh, they're a woman, they're going to drop it. Not necessarily. Literally, guys would struggle in these conditions. No, Jess is still going to kick it. It's right in front, bro. It's literally right in front. If she misses this one, then, brother. So, Rachel Pearson represented New South Wales country in 2021. All right, it's right in front. If she misses this, mate. If she misses this, mate. Oh, she's got it. So, 8-0 here to the St. George Illawarra Dragons with 10 minutes to go here. Whoa. That's why people are going to look at the score and errors and think this was a shit game. Yeah, but there's dickheads. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're talking about. Hold on one second. Currently streaming for the last, 6 hours. 6 hours. Hold on. Sorry, one sec. Aspect says, if Maguire gets sacked, who do you think will take his place? Shit, I don't know, man. I don't even know about the NRL right now, man. I'm focused on the... And this is telling you right now how impressive this game has been. If I'm this focused on a women's game, and I'm this invested into a game that's not even my team. My team already won today, the Titans. Elsie Albert, huge hit there, gets to the 30. I'm this invested in a game that is not my team's, is in the women's game, and... has had all these drop balls and whatnot, but look at the conditions, man. It's just, this is a war of attrition, man. Truly. All right, so right-hand side here for the Dragons. They're now going to be at the 50, 45 metres out, third tackle here. This game, for me, is over, though. Truly, I can make you excited and say, oh, no, there's still a chance here for the Eels. And there is still a chance for the Eels. But Elsie Albert again, look at her go. She's still going. She's still going, Elsie Albert. Taking down 22 metres out. Gee, she made a 20-metre gain there. That's arguably a penalty. That's got to be a penalty for the Dragons. Yeah, and I'd sin bin her. I'd sin bin her. That's a professional foul there from the Eels. That's a professional foul there from the Eels. They're not going to sin bin her. Nate J says, I'll tell you what, NRL will do good to have a game like this one, in my opinion. Absolutely. They're going to go for the 2 here. Good decision. Save, soak up some time. Soak up some time here. Hopefully kick the kick, make it 10-0. That makes them have to score a converted try and another try as well. That should have been a sin bin, though. That should have been, Dasmo says sin bin. Yeah, it should have been. That was definitely that was absolutely a professional foul there. Trucking says, there is goal point in the NRLW, 5 each way or first point score. Well, there you go. Tiger Bro says, no, why Eels stop being something? I'm not too sure, but Aspect says sin bin. Have they given sin bin? Have they said sin bin? It's an ad right now for me. Have they said sin bin? It should be a sin bin. It should be. ZDT says, in other words, this is way more entertaining than AFLW, which isn't hard. I would agree. Yeah, I don't know if you're even saying it for me to agree, but I would say so, yeah. I find this... Oh, she will get the kick. 10-0 here, and the Dragons will get the ball back too. Dragons just taking it away right now, and they're going to go to another ad. Gee whiz. AFLW, this is the thing, ZDT. The AFLW had a game similar to this a couple of years back where AFL is very difficult to hold onto the ball anyway because of the nature of the game. The fast-paced kicking and catching it. It's very difficult to hold onto the ball a lot of the time. So when you're in weather conditions like this, it actually makes it super hard in men's, let alone the women's, which doesn't have the same quality. I remember a game between, I think, GWS and Sydney Swans in the women's, or the GWS and the Brisbane Lions, or GWS and Gold Coast. I don't know who it was. Dragons get the ball back here. They're 30 metres out. Didn't get to see the kick because there was on an ad. Penalty here to the Dragons, I think. Oh, no, apparently not. And we saw one of the worst games ever. I think the final score was like 10-6 or 10-4, and everyone just shitted on that game and shit on the AFLW. This game here, if anyone tells me this has been a shit game, they did not watch the game. They did not watch the game. This has been an unbelievable game. And you guys know, I know my rugby league. I've never really been a fan of this sport until this year. This league until this year. But it's been good, man. There are some games that are shithouse. The Broncos Knights game wasn't great. Last week, the Titans Dragons game had a lot of mistakes in it. Broncos versus Roosters game last week wasn't good. But you're going to get shit games in the NRL too, man. Like, you're going to get, look at the conditions. Look at this water. Look at this water. Oh, it's going to be sitting up here. Oh, they're going to be lucky that the Eels to get that one. Arguably not gone. Tiger Bro said it was 7-8. Yeah, you know the game I'm talking about. And everyone shit on that league. And since then, it's never recovered. It has never recovered from that game, by the way. Honestly, that is a big game that a lot of people know about. Lowest AFLW score was 3-1, I believe. Oh, God. Stop it, bro. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. That's ridiculous. So, yeah. I've got the NRLW being more impressive than the AFLW. But the AFLW probably has a bit more overall quality because it's been going for longer. And it's got more teams in it. And they've got the talent-ish for those amount of teams. But the NRLW, there's just more oomph to it. There's more oomph to it. And in these conditions, it suited it, really. Not all games are going to be like this, though. Wet weather conditions are usually going to make for a shit game. But this has been a really good game. So 5 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe when you're around here. I think it's game over. I've called game over since the 10th minute, really, though. Ryan Zargle says, Tiger Bro, calm down, man. What do you say? Oh my God, stop being... What? Stop being drug... Brother, come on, man. Come on, brother. Bit of respect. Right-hand side here for the Dragons at the halfway point. The Eels haven't been bad today, dude. The Eels have not been bad today. The Eels have been good defensively. Really solid defensively. Their attack, unfortunately, they've dropped the ball a lot. That's the problem. Dragons are going to win this game. They're going to win this game. They're going to lose the ball there, but the Dragons are going to win this game. The Eels have not been bad, dude. We've got to get that in here. They've been good. Just not attacking. And that's because they dropped the ball too much. And there's going to be heaps of teams that are like this. This is how it's just one of those games, man. They had a good win against the Knights last week. You got to remember, this is the first ever. They've only played 2 games now. This is their second ever game. First game was last week, and they beat a team that had never played before either. So they're going into a game against an experienced team. That's why it was so surprising the Titans absolutely smacked the Roosters just before. But the Titans have a really good team. But I still wasn't expecting the Titans to win by that much, because they did win by a bit more than what the scoreline really suggested too. Tiger Bro says, well, Ryan, we both love the Eels, wanted to win. You wanted to win, but in the same sense, your comments are kind of alluding to the fact that the Eels are shit. The Eels haven't been shit in this game at all. The Eels have not been shit in this game at all. The stats may show you they have been, but watching the game, the Eels have not been shit at all. So Eels here, 35 metres out from the line, fit tackle. Ryan Zarga says, Tiger Bro, I want us to win, but it's not that bad. It isn't. Dragons get the ball here. You've got to remember, it's pouring down rain. Like, it's not easy to hold this ball. The Dragons have still made a few mistakes as well. Not as many, granted, but the Dragons just been a better team. We can't win them all, man. You cannot win them all. Should this game be stopped? No, this game should not be stopped. There's 3 minutes to go, man. What do you mean? What, we'll stop the game? 3 minutes to go? Shit, man, what's the point? What's the point? Tiger Bro says, which was Titans versus Eels score and what score was it last match? We haven't played. Titans have only played 1 game, and that was against the Dragons last week, and we lost. We lost, but we probably should have won, but we dropped the ball too much. You guys have done the exact same thing as the Titans last week against the Dragons. Exact same. But ours was in dry weather. This is in wet weather. So you guys have got a bit more excuses, I guess. But with that being said, the Titans today looked like a team that could take down the Broncos. The way they played against the Roosters, that is a genuine team. That women's team, if they hold on to the ball like that, that's a genuine team. The bounce here. Rakea Horn will get out. Good play there by Rakea. Oh, good crunching tackle there by the Dragons. Good crunching tackle, but Rakea Horn gets out. ZDT says, when you look at some players in AFLW, you wonder how they're getting paid to do it. I'm talking dropping absolute sitters, kicking no more than 10 metres, not accurately, and careless with tackles. Yeah, look, it's a fresh league, and yeah, it is tough to watch sometimes. I think that with the sport that AFL is, you can clearly tell the difference between a really good player and a really bad player. And even though the bad players are still way better than what I could do, the sport itself, you can clearly tell the difference between a really bad player and a good player. In rugby league, it's not really that gigantic of a gap. It's a gap, but it's not really that gigantic of a gap overall between the good and the bad players. So I guess it brings a bit more of a consistency overall. Like, I'm not talking like a Trbojevic to, a Trbojevic to a Matty Duffy kind of comparison, you know what I'm saying? But in the same sense, like a Trbojevic to a Matty Duffy comparison, in regards to fullback, I don't even think, who's the worst fullback actually? I would say, that's a lost ball. That's a lost ball there for the Eels. Who's the worst fullback? Let's go Jermaine Asako. Eels are breaking away here. Eels are breaking away. Their third tackle. If they score here, oh no, they can't do it. Tommy Trbojevic or a Tedesco compared to Jermaine Asako. The gap is absolutely gigantic, but it's still not as big as a gap that would be between, the best full forward. I can't think of the AFL right now because I'm watching this game, but the best full forward going up against the worst full forward in the competition. You know what I'm saying? Eels here, 15 metres out, having the line. Ryan Zucker says Eels won. Brother, I've been saying that for literally the last 70 minutes. Eels won. Oh, this? What? Knights is Para. Oh, yeah. Knights won. The Eels won by 13-12. It was a 1-point game. It was a good game. I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights, and the Eels played well, but it was a fresh team versus a fresh team. You put the Eels there against the Titans, unfortunately, were given the unlucky draw last week, where they had to take on a team that had already played before. The Eels and Knights got to play each other as their first ever game. So they, no matter what, a team that had never played before would get a win, right? But if you put the Broncos up against the Knights, the Dragons up against the Titans, and the Roosters up against the Eels, I'm telling you right now, the Dragons win, the Broncos win, and the Roosters win. Because that was the first game. But because the Eels and Knights got to play each other in a game that they'd never played before, that's why one of those teams were able to win. Tucker Burrow says, Dad's mate Guthrie was cool and awesome. Okay. No, Dad's mate says Guthrie was fullback. Gee whiz. Women's tennis is great. Oh, that's what we didn't think about before. People were saying, we had a question in the last stream. They were saying, what's the most famous or most, appreciated women's sport in the world? It would absolutely be tennis. Absolutely. Easy tennis. People were arguing between, cricket, NRLW, AFLW, football. I said football, but no, it's tennis. All day, every day. It's tennis, all day, every day. So that's going to be the game there, guys. 10-0, fantastic game. Probably the best women's game I've ever watched. That was probably the best women's game I've ever watched. And you would only know that if you watched it. If you didn't watch that game, then please don't pretend like you know what you're talking about, because you don't know what you're talking about if you think that game wasn't good. That was a fantastic game to watch. Really appreciated the entire intensity the entire time. I can't wait for next week. Obviously, the Titans get to play the Eels before the Titans-Eels men's game. That's going to be super exciting. Oh, we've actually seen 2 upsets today too. The Titans were the big underdogs against the Roosters, and the Dragons were the big underdogs against the Eels too. So, yeah, really super impressive there. Netball is not really, and swimming. Tennis is the biggest, I would say. But yeah, I thought this was great. Let's go through the team lineups here actually to tell you who actually had the best games. I just got out of it. Let me just go quickly have a look and tell you who had the best game here. But 10-0. It doesn't look like a great score, but it was a phenomenal game here. What's it called? Okay, team list here. So for the Dragons, Emma Tonagato, fantastic, man. Really good. Tegan Berry didn't get utilised too much here. Should have been utilised more. But it was wet weather, though, to be fair. So I love how they got the umbrella there. She's not. It's like she's been playing for 80 minutes and she's not in the water. Like, come on, man. Tegan Berry could have been utilised more on a dry pitch. I tell you what, right now, if the Dragons are smart as a team, you will see Tegan Berry is a very pacey player. She absolutely slaughtered Raquel Horn on today's track, but on a dry pitch, you kick that ball for Tegan Berry, she's probably going to catch it. She's probably going to get the ball like a Jason Saab, right? Utilise the ball with Tegan Berry. That was fantastic. Madison Bartlett, it's okay. Paige McGregor and Keely Brown, they did their job. You can't really, as backs, really get into this game, though. It's very difficult. That's why Emma Tonagato having a game as she did was unbelievable, because all the other backs weren't really able to get into the game because it's too wet weather conditions. Talia Fuimaono gave it a good go, and she wasn't bad. Rachel Pearson, she slotted the 2 kicks that were crucial, plus a really good kick early days as well to make it a 6-0 ball game. Elsie Albert, she was the player of the game, though. Elsie Albert, absolutely phenomenal. Probably the best front rower in the competition. She is just such a strong ball runner, gets an offload going, very damaging on the defense. Actually had a really good try-saving tackle, plus also made 2 tackles in a row straight back-to-back, and it was a really good tackle. The second one that actually forced a knock-on, put the Dragons back on the front foot, and then obviously we saw them take the win here. Namaldi Sangano, huge player, man. Honestly, truly massive player there. And she was fantastic to watch as well. Who else? Keely Davis was all right, but Holly Wheeler, she was pretty prominent most of the game as well. Not too much else there. I would kind of, as a predominant, I wouldn't say there's a great deal of other players there that I'd point out. For the Eels, Vedi Walsh couldn't get into the game, unfortunately. Navidi couldn't get into the game. Tiana Penatani was good and bad. She dropped the ball in a... Man, this is the thing that I kept saying with the Eels. As long as you hold the ball, just get through one set, and then you can work on getting the try the next time out. You don't need to go for the try straight away. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go for the try every single set. Sometimes you just need to get a bit of consistency going. Keep moving and grooving, getting a bit of a roll on, and then you can go pump on the next one once you get that confidence back and that consistency back. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. They lost the ball multiple times, and yeah, very frustrating there. Giuseppe Daniels pretty good too. Raquel Horn, she gave it her best, but not unbelievable, but gave it a best. Eels defense as a whole today was very good. I don't care they lost 10-0. Very good. Nataka, okay. Sutton was very good in the 7. Charrington got locked down pretty well by the Dragons, but still gave it a good crack. Who else really? Simama Taufa didn't have her best game at all. Wasn't her best game here today. Was good last week, though. Philomena Hanisi, she got injured early, but she was actually looking really good. But Ellie Johnston is the one that I'm looking for. Gonna watch the Covington Macedal. Please don't ruin it for me. I'm going to go look at the highlights now. I'm going to watch the fight now. But Ellie Johnston, you got to really give her a big shout out. She was very good off the bench here today. So really looking forward to seeing how she goes in the coming weeks. But Titans versus Eels is next week's game. That's going to be really fun to watch that one. Titans, if they played like they did today, they're going to win that, and they're going to really have a good scout. Well, it's not a good scout because the Eels are a brand new team too. But if the Titans play like they did today, they're going to be challenging the Broncos. I'm telling you right now, they played a really good game today against the Roosters. Who's the other game? So let's quickly go have a look here. Obviously, next week, guys, on Thursday, we've got the Manly Seagulls versus the Penrith Panthers in the NRL. It's actually starting. It is actually here, baby. It's actually here. So next week is Roosters Knights, Dragons Broncos, and Eels Titans. Dragons Broncos will be a good game. That's 2 undefeated teams. They're going up against each other. That'll be a good game there. And Roosters Knights, I think the Roosters probably win that one. But yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, tomorrow, guys, my NRL season preview will come out on the channel. Plus also Tuesday, we have the NRL podcast that will come out explaining, we'll sit there and talk to you guys for however long, for about an hour and a half. You guys can ask your questions. They come up on the screen. Also, hooker tier rankings on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we got the, what's it called? The, what do we have? The second rower tier rankings. And Thursday, live stream. But a big one for the Manly Seagulls versus the Penrith Panthers. But all right, guys, I appreciate you. Thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you very much for tuning into the women's game. And the Coventry Muscat fight hasn't even happened yet. Oh, chill. There you go. All right, guys, jumping off. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.